Hello everybody, this is Jennifer. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. I really do appreciate you guys taking time to even spend 10 seconds or 10 minutes with me. I do appreciate it. Anyway, today I'm going to show you how to do the custom size envelopes. Super easy way with like these obscure different like when you want to make your own little cards, things that aren't standard. Now you easily can go and grab, you know, your standard 5x7s or business size for Slimline, A2s, whatever, like Hobby Lobby cheap. And I have a ton of those and in different colors. But sometimes like cards like this, I say I want to coordinate the paper with that. I'm going to use my, let me see if one of these has inks in it. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm going to use one of my heat erasable pens, and that way if I happen to get ink onto, I was trying to say I need new ink in it, onto the card for any reason when I'm doing these things, a swipe of your heat gun, probably even a blow dryer would work, and it comes right off. I constantly have these listed on my description down underneath the video because I just think these are absolutely invaluable. They're a couple dollars each and I use them for absolutely everything. Okay, let me get the ink going. There we go. Okay, so all we're going to do is draw a couple lines. I mean, if you want to do it straight to the top so you know like where that top is, that's probably the better way to do it, so you know it's straight. And I probably should even use a T-square since I'm showing it. I'll do it the right way. Okay, so that we know that it's level, okay? Since you do want it to be pretty. So, T-square, erasable pen. I leave just a smudge of space, okay, below it. And that's so when you have bows and ribbons and things like that, it's going to fit. So, straight across here. Now, you already know the top is at a good space. Put it in here. Okay, and I'll show you more than one because clearly, you know, I'm just kind of yakking away trying to see if it's even in the in the camera here. Again, leave a smudge of space. I hope you can see that because you do want to make sure that it has room to slide in and out. So again, slide your T-square up. Okay. Is that what it's called? T-square? I don't even know if that's really the right words. Okay, so this is the size we're going to work on for this card. More. Hope you'll... I did this as a short, but I honestly, it was just too doggone confusing in my opinion. What I should have done also, you can see that here's the bottom or the side here, is I should have marked which way was up just to make sure, because look, you can see that's too tight. So I should have... That's my bad. Here you go. Now we see it this way. So what you want to do, again, mark which way is up. So you know, and I should have told you that right from the beginning. That way you know it's just going to fit right there. Okay. Okay, so the key to making these fabulous little any size shape cards is this template that I'm just doing. Again, I don't think I told you that, out of scrap paper. I mean, you could use cardstock, but it's just printer paper. You're going to, after you make your square, rectangle, whatever the shape is that's going to be around your odd shaped card, you're going to take the longest side. So in this one here, you can see it's 7 1/4 on the diagonal. Okay. 7 1/4. I should still have, I flipped it up there. And you're going to add 1 inch. So plus the 1. So you need an 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 sheet of paper, which I'm going to take from 12 by 12, but you could certainly use your 8.5 by 11 if that would fit. And that is what's going to work. Now, if you have, you know, these like other little odd shaped cards, you might have one that's longer, like where's that shoe? Like the shoe here. Okay, so obviously a square is not going to fit. I mean, you're going to make, you'll see how it's going to be made, but take the longest diagonal. That's where I'm trying to go with. That is my point. Okay, so let me cut this and we'll come right back to it. Okay, so what we're going to do, since we measured this 7 1/4, that means we need an 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 piece of paper. So let me do that very quickly. Okay, so then we're going to line this up. We're going to put this on the diamond shape, and I try and get this pretty close, so I will take it and try and center it. I'm going to just eyeball getting approximately each of these. Like, those look pretty good, but those look off. Okay, so those look pretty close. And then all I'm going to do is take my metal edge ruler, and I just kind of line this up here, hopefully reasonably straight, right? Because we can't use our T-roller there. And just gently start creasing that over. Now, if you have copy weight paper in pretty colors, or I try and use, you know what, 120 GSM, like, or thinner, like that kind of weight, works really good for envelopes yourself. True printer paper is just too thin. Like, if you're handing it to someone, fine, but otherwise, you know, that is not something you want to go through the mail like that. Let me make sure I get this right. And we're going to, again, hold that down, and I'm just gently going to, the heavier your cardstock for this, the more you're going to have to, you know, crease that. Okay, let's do the next side. I'll just fold that up slowly. Okay. So I'm doing this a little slower, trying to be careful. When I'm sitting there just doing it myself, I don't have to think about it because I've done it so many times. But right now, because I haven't, you know, I'm trying to do it for the camera and see what I'm looking down at. It's slower. My favorite part is being able to color coordinate your papers with your card, especially if you're doing invites or like different shapes, like some of those. I love that. Okay, so here you can even see how it's puckering right there. These little corners, okay, let me mark them. Oops, boy, I am just kind of a hot mess here today. Okay, these little corners, again, you want to cut that, if you can see it, that little corner out. Okay, and again, heat erasable. Don't worry about if you get it on the thing. Okay, so we're going to cut just so you can kind of see where those little corners are. Can you see that? Where they intersect? Those are the corners we're going to be cutting out. So let me cut those out. So all you need to do now is put just a dab of glue here if they overlap, which in my case it will. Okay, on there. And then this is going to just fold up, and we're just going to run a quick bead here. Can you see that? We're going to run a quick little bead here. And usually what I do is I don't do that top part unless I'm 100% sure, which I'm pretty sure in this case it is. It's going right to the top. But I always want to make sure when I'm pressing down, do we have it in the right? Just make sure it's fitting all the way up. And that's it. And then your little card is just going to slide right in. Okay. So here we have our little card going in, fold over, and off it goes. And then you're just going to put, you know, whatever label, decoration, that kind of thing. So that's going to come right in, out, that kind of thing. Okay, easy peasy. Okay, here's just a star card. And by the way, this is from, if you looked at my video from the new stuff that's at Michael's, this is a shaker with their new star dies. I think I have them somewhere around here, but I'll link that somewhere in the video here down below. But here you go. So I'm just going to line it up so we at least have two sides already that's straight. Do the same thing again. We're just going to grab our pen here, line it up, make it approximately the size you want to allow. Again, I still have to put, you know, title and everything on there, but that looks like about right to me. So we're just going to go across, and of course I bumped it, but what else is new? Okay, but as long as we have this part straight, we're pretty good. Okay, we're going to recheck, make sure that's in there. You know how the old measure twice, cut once. Okay, so it fits like that. I'm going to put up in case the sizes are different. I don't even know because I haven't made an envelope for this. Let's see. And this one is on the diagonal is just about 8 inches. So you're going to need 9 inches. So this one you're going to need, I mean, I suppose realistically you probably could do, no, I'd stick to 9. You need the 9. So you need to do a 9 by 9. So I'm going to take this. So it's 8 inches plus the 1. Okay. So it's going to be 9 by 9 is the size that we want it to be for this particular card, for the largest size die on there. So again, we're going to take our paper. We're just going to knock that out. Nine. Here we go. Okay, and this is how messy I am when I craft. I mean, I know that probably doesn't look good on camera, but this is the real, this is me. Everything all over, all at once. Okay, so 9 by 9. We make it like the diamond. Take our, we're going to set our star aside. We're going to put, sorry, make some room here. Put our template in the middle. Get that approximate size. Try and be, you know, as close as you can because it will overlap a little different. It still will make a good envelope, but it might be just a little catty-wonky, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, let's grab our ruler. Again, just folding it over. Okay. Side 1. I don't know, I always tend to do top, bottom, So then I'll show you, and I'll tell you the rectangular, regular size cards that are like your A2, 4x6, 5x7. Oh my God, those go much faster because obviously you already know the measurements and you can do this kind of point or you can do the straight flaps. They're so easy to make. So, and you know, I found that I've been doing my regular envelopes. I've made a couple little like, mini albums with them because I have so many for my Hobby Lobby hauls. Okay. Let's see. So does anybody else make your own envelopes? Because I would love to know. Please tell me. And if you have better tips, please bring them on in the comments. You guys, when I showed the ribbon video, Best Way to Store Ribbon had some other great ideas and what you use. So I love it. I love it when people give me better information. It means I don't have to go search for it. So okay, let's see. All right, we'll just do another quick score. Always to make those creases. And again, this paper is a little thicker than I would normally use. Some of the inexpensive Michaels 12 by 12 paper, the like, you know, when you get the $5 packs, which they do have them right now if you're at Michaels, the pattern ones, they're great, especially if they're single-sided because you can put your pattern on the inside. The white will go on the outside. So when someone opens it, they're going to see that pretty pattern. Love doing that. Okay. And I thought about showing you that, but I want to make this so you guys can see it more easily. Again, we're going to just cross out. See the little corners here? Let's get rid of the corners so you can see them. Okay, one thing I should mention too is practice on just cheap, you know, copy paper, or if you want to practice on your 65-pound paper, I would recommend that. And the other thing I do, I just marked this to show you, I kind of like, a lot of times I'll mark the center of that, so when I lay it down, I can get approximately measure tip to the center, and sides. You can do that too with like these kind of odd shaped ones because it's a little harder to tell what they're going to be. But I just marked that up after I was finished. Okay, so I cut the little edges, and same thing again. We're just going to fold my little sides in, put a little dab of glue here just on the one side, hold that down. Your glue bead across that, and again, you can use runners, you can use red tape, you can use, you know, whatever you want to use on that. It's fine. And I just said don't run it all the way to the end, didn't I? And first thing I do is do that, not paying attention while I'm running my mouth. Okay, there we go. Wiped it off. there we go. We have our pretty little envelope. Where's my star? And it's going to slide. Really should wait for it to be a minute, but for today's purposes, we're going to slide that right in, fold it over, and off you go. So there we have our another one of our cute little envelopes that will just be perfectly, but yeah, definitely let it let it sit for a minute. I should show you another quick shortcut. When you're doing your little template, so I cut it out here, out of another scrap paper template, and I'm not usually that thrifty, but just fold it in half each way, and sometimes I find this is easier. You fold it in half, I mark the center, try and ignore that slop, but so you can fold your template in half and half, and that's how I came up with the little spot. Then I run my ruler, okay, just to double check, right, from point to point. I'll be like, okay, that's pretty much in the middle. Same thing up and down. And then even if you want to be extra careful, you can measure, say from the point, okay, that's not quite 3 on that side, and here we go, not quite 3 on that side. So you know, especially I find the sides to be the ones you want the I don't know, that makes it the most accurate to me, the most, if it's going to get wonky, that kind of thing. So we're just going to go right around, holding it down, crease again, crease, like, or rather fold, snip those little corners, and that's it. And that's how you get your easy peasy, odd shaped, or custom, let's go with custom shaped envelopes. So not the standard, you know, on all the punch boards and things like that, because they are going to be, it is going to be a little different. And you can see this one is off. I don't know if you can see it, just a smudge there, but I just kind of trim it. I'll glue it and it will be, trim it, glue it, and then my pretty heart folds in. And once it's folded over, you won't even notice that teeny tiny little smudge. So that's it. But you can get them, you know, the extra measuring will help you get it straighter. Okay, and there you have it. There's just some of the oddball shapes and how you can make them fit real easy. Hope you like that. And let me know how you did, or if you need any extra help on that. And next I'm going to do the, I think the other shapes. Okay, so I'm going to do, I was saying I have some of my paper stuff, how I've been organizing that since I did the ribbon. But I'm also, I think before that, going to show you some of the even easier for rectangle ones and some of the slimline, unusual size kind of cards, those kind of things too. Because they're really easy. They save you the scramble if you don't have one and you just made your card, if you're a last minute card maker like me. So please pop by again, subscribe if you liked it, and leave me a comment. Let me know what your tips are, because I love hearing from all of you. Bye for now.